Robot. What is your first impression when talk about robot? What's your first impression in your life?
I think most of the time we saw the robot in movie, for example, the Transformer, the Optimus Prime, and the Star Wars. How about you, Mr. Lee?
Oh, in my impression, I think what I remember is the Gen robot. I don't know whether some of you with the same age with me still remember there's one part of robot called Gen robot. But in the actual industry, what are the robotics being used in the actual industry?
If you want to know more,
Let's have my
IoT.
Hello.
Hello.
Very good afternoon. Welcome to our Let's Sembang AIoT channel. This is our number 47.
Yeah, 47.
Yeah, 47 episode. We talk about robotics in the industry. Yeah, robotic industry. Today is going to be a very special live where we talk less.
Yes.
Yeah, we talk less. Okay. So when we talk about this robotic thing, of course, just now Ken Long talk about what? Yeah, Optimus Prime. Yeah, the kind of robot. But in the different generation, they have a different kind of robots in the movie or in the TV. For my generation, I still remember Gen robot, but I don't quite remember what does the thing. But I still remember the name. That is how old am I? Maybe with people, some audience with the same age, maybe you know what we're talking about. But anyway, thank you for watching us. I wish you guys, how are you guys today? Yeah. So as usual, our country in Kuala Lumpur is still heavy rain, thunderstorm out there.
Every day during evening.
I do not know whether you heard, you hear anything about this thunderstorm at the background. But anyway, so we want to come back to our this topic today, how this industrial robot or the robotics technology help us in the industrial transformation, in the industrial 4.0. What are they? What kind of roles that they play, and what are the available robotic technology? What do you think? What are the robotics that in the industry? What kind of robots that you came across?
I think computer is a type of robot.
Okay, computer is a kind of robot.
The computer that we use every day.
Okay.
Although it cannot move, but it can do something that help you to automate your task.
Recently, we see one is those 3D printers. It's a kind of robot. But I think if let's say we trace back to the 1980s, there's one part of SCARA robot. It's very famous. SCARA robot that was I've seen it many times in the Japanese factory. The SCARA robot, basically the factory that we visited that time, I think is producing lamps. Yeah, a Japanese factory producing lamps. So they have a SCARA robot doing some grinding, doing some polishing, using a robotic. That's so-called robotic arm. What others robots that you came across so far?
Well, most of them they are like robotic arms, something that can move, pick up something, or do some installation, tighten the screw.
Yeah. Welding.
Welding.
Those are big things. We see very interesting, but we seldom spend time to understand what is actually running behind. Okay. I think in the current market, cobot is one of the very famous cobot, the collaborative robots. The other one will be, as far as Industry 4.0, we talk about some AMR, autonomous mobile robot. Of course, there are plus and minus of all different kind of robot arm. For example, like humanoid kind of robot, like human being. Those things are to you. How can that help? What do you think? Can that help?
That one actually they already developed quite well recently.
Mm.
They're able to move like a human also.
Like a dog.
Yeah, the dog
Walking.
one. Even the humans look like that one also already got.
Mm.
And then I still remember when they developed their first prototype, they only developed the leg without the upper body. And then now I think they already come up with the entire body like a human already. Just like with you put in the ChatGPT inside and you can talk to the robot already.
I see. Those like dog one, the animal one that can walk one, I think is used in one of in Egypt, is it? Or in some of the places where they send this kind of robot to do some checking, instead of human crawling inside the tunnel or in the hole, things like that. That kind of robot. Of course, there's another part is the articulated robot where it is used also, especially the palletizing. You still remember, you see this production floor, people is using this robot to do arrangement or put up on a pallet, stacking up. That is another type of robot. Of course, the other one is at the back, the AMR builder package. Of course, we are not selling the robot. We have this kind of robotic controllers for autonomous mobile robot, which allow you to run, to develop the AMR on your own. Well, this is another part. Okay, I think that is more or less, there are many more different type of categories of robot, how they categorize. But anyway, these are the most common ones you see in the industry. Today, we are very fortunate to have one of our collaboration ecosystem partners from Ipoh, and also they have office in KL. The company is called Smart Sense, and we are very fortunate to have 𝐼𝐵𝐴𝑁. Miss 𝐼𝐵𝐴𝑁, she's going to do us a quick. We have done an interview with her actually, and then these are all pre-recorded. We like to just bring to the audience here, I hope you can, you find this part interesting, and then find this part beneficial, if let's say you require that kind of robotic application in your industry. So without further ado, I think, shall we? Yeah, we are going to play you an interview with her, yeah? So, okay, very good afternoon. Hey, 𝐼𝐵𝐴𝑁.
Hello. Hi,
Yeah.
everybody.
Today we are very lucky to have 𝐼𝐵𝐴𝑁 from Smart Sense. She's going to present to us some of the robotic technology and some of the real case, 𝐼𝐵𝐴𝑁.
Yes.
Some of the real case, how this robotic is going to help in this digital transformation, industrial transformation, and so on. Yeah. So, okay, let's just go straight to the point. 𝐼𝐵𝐴𝑁, can you introduce yourself and your company? What is your company doing, and what roles are you playing in your company?
Okay. So, hi, everybody. Thanks for having me today. I'm 𝐼𝐵𝐴𝑁. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Smart Sense. So, you'll be wondering, right, what does Smart Sense do? So, Smart Sense, we do robotics. We do industrial robotics and automation solutions, mostly customized for SME manufacturers. So, our mission is actually to empower the industry and to transform lives. So what we do on trying to empower the industries and transform life is we try to help the businesses to actually to automate their mundane and repetitive tasks, so that their worker can actually focus on more higher level productivity day-to-day tasks, instead of like just doing repetitive pick and placing, repetitive like QC's jobs. So Smart Sense itself, we are founded in 2019. We have been in the market for 5 years plus right now. We do mostly, as I said just now, we do mostly robotic solutions, and we do our robotic solutions mainly targeted to SME manufacturers. And why SME manufacturers compared to all the other manufacturers? It's because 97% of this whole industry, of the whole manufacturing industry in Malaysia, it's actually consists of SMEs. And every day we hear about like a lot of like all the smart factory solutions. We hear about big players coming into Malaysia trying to help, wanted to bring the country technology to a next level. However, who are the people who care for the other 97 of the manufacturers in Malaysia? So we see the gap over there. That's why we wanted to help these manufacturers, to help them to slowly bring their processes step by step and help them to achieve what we call smart factory and what we are right now in Industrial Revolutions 4.0.
Okay, great. Thank you. The next question I'm going to ask you is about this. Robotics has been in this industry for quite a long time. Yeah, of course, it has gone through different kind of revolution, evolution. And what is the most significant technologies in the robotics right now that is driving the Industrial 4.0 right now? What do you think about that? And also, you can also tell us what Smart Sense focusing in which part of robotics? Yeah.
So let's just talk about like the technological pillar of like Industrial 4.0. So for the technological pillar, you have like cybersecurity, cloud computing, mobile technologies, you have like 3D printing, data analytics, IoTs, as well as also advanced robotics. So what Smart Sense is focusing on is majority in industrial robotics. So actually industrial robotics, even not just industrial robotics, robotics in Industrial 4.0 in manufacturing itself, you can actually categorize into like there's a few different types of it. So you have like the cobots, you have autonomous mobile robots, you have industrial drones, you have 3D printing robots, and you have the basic one that most people would know, which is the industrial robotic arms. So what we Smart Sense focuses is on implementing industrial robotic arms into processes and into manufacturing processes. So our bread and butter is mostly at palletization and pick and place. So you put a robotic arm into the manufacturing process, and then after that you help them to do the repetitive task of putting things from one place to another place.
I see. Okay. So that is very interesting about this palletizing. I think 𝐼𝐸𝐴𝐿 was asking me what is exactly the palletizing.
Yeah.
So maybe you can also touch a little bit, and then also I would like to also maybe you can tell our audience, how this robotics is able to improve their productivity and also enhance their efficiency.
Yeah. So okay. So palletization is actually the process of putting things on top of a pallet. So you can put like carton boxes, you can put like bags, you can put like tubs, as long as when you're putting things from one place on top of the pallet, it's called a palletization process. So if you can imagine like in a warehouse, right, most of the goods are actually stacked on top. It's easier for storage, it's easier for transfer. So the process of putting it on top of the pallet, that's what we do mostly, which is called the palletization. So your next question will be how robotic can actually improve productivity and efficiency in manufacturing, right? So a lot of the processes that we have in manufacturing are actually repetitive tasks. So it's things that, you're bringing things from X to Y, A to B, B to C. So all of these tasks are very repetitive. So if let's say like for a human, right, to do like 8 hours of putting things like A, B, A, B, A, B, number one, they'll get bored lah. Number two, productivity will actually slowly decreases as the working hour. So let's say like the productivity for hour 1 and productivity of hour 8 will be very different. And also in between, there will also be like toilet break. There will be like cigarette breaks. There's a lot of like human downtime that you get if let's say like you're using human labor on this repetitive task. So that's where robot come in. robot come into all of these repetitive tasks to actually make sure that you have the consistency to execute repetitive tasks precisely and at a timely manner. So for this one, number one, of course, you reduce your downtime, you will reduce error, and also you will reduce waste. So all of this together, you definitely get like a higher productivity, higher efficiency, even output and consistency will be improved as well.
Interesting. Yeah, very interesting about this robotic side. And probably because just now you mentioned about this unplanned downtime, and general also we spoke many times about this unplanned downtime,
especially at the predictive maintenance.
Because we were talking about one of the topic about predictive maintenance. For those of you who, our audience who haven't seen this part, maybe you can also watch the previous video. By the way, maybe having said so much, I think the most interesting part will be even, are you going to able to show us one of the real case that's the robotics, prioritizing robotic in action?
Yes, I actually have a video to share. So just let me get to it. Okay. So this is actually one of our most common case study, and also most of what we are doing on like a day-to-day basis. So prioritization on all right, this video. All right, I think it's loading right now. So a little bit about this production system. They actually require people to do the stacking per shift basis. So when they are running for like a 24-hour shift, their production line. So to implement this, they only need they only need like maximum of 2 people per shift per line. I mean the two lines together, they only need like 2 people instead of like 8. So we have cut down the amount of labor that is needed by almost 75% over here lah. So I'll just play this video and you can see like how it actually works in real life. So the 2 orange thing is what we call the industrial robotic arm, and what it is doing right now, it's called the palletization process, where they will pick the goods from the conveyor belt onto the pallet. So let me just like play it again, right? So you have like the pallet bringing the goods all the way to the loading area, and then after they can see the arm turning to the side, putting it from one place to another place. That's what we have talked about.
Okay, that is interesting, Yuan. So basically, the whole process of the prioritizing will actually help you to reduce man count, right? Yeah, to reduce man count. Yeah. So in the whole process, because you see the robot's arm is huge, it's huge. That means for those of you who want to, you know, you have seen this before. Partly you need a good space or bigger space for you to house the robot in order to perform what you like, right? So maybe Kenyang, do you have anything to ask Yuan?
Yes, of course. So Yuan, what are the biggest challenge industrial face by integrating robotic into their existing system?
Okay. So as you can see, right, the industrial robotic arm itself is a very huge and chunky hardware. So for one of the biggest challenge is actually for the industry to accept it. Even though we have like cobot that's like in a smaller scale where you can have like the same payload, but you know, because this is something that is not very common and it's not something that you see every single day. That's why when you tell people that, oh, you need to integrate robots in their processes, they see that hardware itself, they will actually get easily intimidated by that. So that's one of it. And then because of the size itself, and as well as how most of the manufacturing plants, they already have their infrastructure in place. So for us to actually implement a new solutions, a new system into an existing plant, we will need to find our ways to actually and turn throughout their existing infrastructure to help them to optimize their efficiency and productivity. And of course, we go back to the first point that I have. Most of the challenges that we have right now, and also I believe like the whole market is having right now, will be the mass education on automations, digitalizations. Of course, that will lead to the robotic integration lah.
Okay, great. So the very last question I'm going to ask you about this event. During some of the robotics and palletizing car process, implementing them, have you ever encountered any, some AI component that is needed in your applications?
Alright. So the most common AI component in the integration of robotic solutions is usually the vision. So so vision is like a few things that we can use. Number one, it's when the robot need to sense like how fast the conveyor system is going, where the goods and when it should pick up. That's like one of it. And the other one that comes in not just the robotic system itself, but in the whole line itself, where like use AI to track. So you use like AI vision to actually track the locations of the goods. You use for like quality control, use to see like if it's at the right position to actually be picked up and to put onto to be loaded onto the pallet. And also the other one, the most common one, of course, will be data analytics. So that's where all the predictive maintenance is coming in, and that's how we can help the management to actually forecast their production rate, their productivity, their efficiency, as well as when they are supposed to go for maintenance. And yeah.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, talking about the AI thing, Kenyang, do you have any suggestion if let's say when they're implementing robotic? Because as you know, ExxonTech, we do have a platform that relying on is we embed the Intel AI methodology inside. So what can you suggest in this part?
Okay. So recently, there's some new AI technology that is very famous. For example, the generative AI, the large language model.
Oh, okay.
So if we can imagine that if let's say we implement the large language model into this robotic, and then we use our voice to instruct the robotic arm to do something for us, without we need someone go there to program the robotic arm. We just use voice to control it.
Yeah.
Or is there anything like that already available in the market?
Actually, no.
No. Yeah. Because generative AI is
Very
still
new.
This is something still
very new. In fact, we do work with Intel about this part. Actually, I told Mr. Ho about that thing also. That part is about some LLM implementation. Gathering data. Via the LLM model, AI model, and so on. So yeah, thank you very much. I think we have. It's good to have you today sharing with us some very informative information with our audience here today. Yeah. So thank you very much, Vivian. We will catch up in the next session.
All right. Okay. All right. Bye.
For Smart Factory Awareness with AIoT is a door-opening course that will bring you to realize the implementation of smart factory processes using the latest technology such as artificial intelligence and industrial IoT. Other than the theoretical concept of Industrial Revolution 4, you will be able to get hands-on experience on how to perform data collections, how to deploy object detection models, and many more. If you're interested, feel free to click the link below to WhatsApp us. We will see you there.
Hey, that is interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just for your information, for some of our audience who is still watching, you are on this Let's Sembang AIoT. Of course, today we brought all the way, Smart Sense from Ipoh. Someone spent on Ipoh. And then 𝐼𝐵𝐸𝐿, thank you very much, 𝐼𝐵𝐸𝐿. So we had some hard time during this the interview, because the internet is not so good at that time. Maybe at the place where 𝐼𝐵𝐸𝐿 is there. So anyway, we are able to get this one through. I hope that is the very informative and comprehensive part of the palletizing robot in the industry. So I hope those audience who is watching, please give us a like, share, and subscribe. Yeah. So I was thinking, if you don't like, don't don't click like. Yeah. By the way, okay, that is the whole thing about the interview we went through with 𝐼𝐵𝐸𝐿. Of course, if you are one of them who want to implement some palletizing application, do contact with us, or you can contact with this Smart Sense. You can see their company, or you can search in the website, or you come to us, we will channel back to them. Yeah. So thank you very much, 𝐼𝐵𝐸𝐿, if let's say you are watching today. Okay. So yeah, coming to the last part, when I think we asked 𝐼𝐵𝐸𝐿 about this generative AI, right?
Yes.
Generative AI. I think in future there will be more kind of a collaboration between the AI part, not only vision, maybe more onto the LLM, generative AI to work with robot. What are the possibility in this area?
Okay. So currently, researchers still doing research on how to use the generative AI to solve the pick and place problem. So this one, the research still ongoing, but there are many giant company like Google, Amazon, they're working on this part. So in the future, we are not doing the current way. For example, we hard code everything to tell the robot when there's something car appear, then based on the input from the sensor or from the camera, then the robot only respond to the environment. But in the future, when we are using the generative AI, this thing might change already. So the robot might have another way to solve the problem.
Okay. So just now also in the recorded video just now, you also heard about what 𝐼𝐵𝐸𝐿 talked about. The robotic arm actually is used to replace people. So when it's taking up the human being task, it has to be very dedicated. You cannot fail. you cannot down. So that's where the unplanned downtime come in, where you need to use something to supervise back the what you call maintenance, or kind of predictive maintenance, or in this area, you have to foresee, this palletizing robot, or this SCARA robot, or whatever robot, what kind of lifespan is on a certain part. You need to do a better maintenance using AI again, using the predictive maintenance AI. Yeah. So that is a closing part for today's session. We are going to do something. Are we going to do another one? Maybe on something related. Please do give us some comment. Let's say you like that to happen. We want to bring to some of these what we call the ecosystem partner, or collaborative partner, who can bring some real thing, or real application, or real demo to you guys. Yeah, please do give us some comment, and then we will see you in another session. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.